Hello, this is a one card combo of Fire Kings. So we'll be using legendary Fire King Ponix. We'll be summoning legendary Fire King Ponix. Once legendary Fire King Ponix is normal or special summon, we can add one Fire King spell on tramp card from our deck to our hand. So we'll be adding Fire King Sanctuary from our deck. Then we'll be activating Fire King Sanctuary. Fire King Sanctuary effects activate, and we'll be placing one Fire King Island from our deck directly to our field zone. We'll then activate Fire King Islands effect and destroy legendary Fire King Ponix in order to add one Fire King monster from our deck to our hand. We'll then be adding Sacred Fire King Garonix from our deck to our hand, and Sacred Fire King Garonix have a special ability that it allows you to special summon it when a fire monster was destroyed during your turn. So we'll be then summoning Sacred Fire King Garonix, and then Sacred Fire King Garonix special effect, it will destroy one card from our deck, and we're destroying Fire King Avatar Barong. And Barong has a very special ability. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this card was destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, add one Fire King card from your deck to your hand except Fire King Avatar Barong. So at this point we will be passing the turn to our opponent, and in this next standby phase you will see how our both effects in the graveyard will activate itself. So this is the standby phase of our opponent. We will then be activating Fire King Avatar Barong's effect, Chain Link 1 and Chain Link 2. This is very important because if you do Chain Link 2 Barong, it can be get ashed, so we don't want that. So we'll do Chain Link 1 Fire King Avatar Barong and legendary Fire King Ponix. So Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So legendary Fire King Ponix ability, which if you will see during the next standby phase, after this card was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect of legendary Fire King Ponix once per turn. So we'll be adding back Fire King Ponix to our hand, and then Chain Link 1 Fire King Avatar Barong will add Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Now during the main phase, you can destroy, this is a quick effect, you can destroy one fire monster in your hand or face up in the field and special summon this card. So we will be destroying legendary Fire King Ponix from our hand and summoning Fire King High Avatar Kirin. So at this point, if our opponent special summons a monster, we can activate Fire King Sanctuary's effect and overlay both of these two into Xyz, summoning our Garonix Eternity Hayang of the Fire Kings. So what it does is, if this card is Xyz summoned, you can destroy all monsters on the field. And it has another ability, you can detach one material from this card, then target one spell and trap on the field and destroy it. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack. And if this card is destroyed while it has material, you can special summon Fire King monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. You can only use each of effect of Garonix Eternity Hayang of Fire Kings once per turn. So at this point we have board wiped our opponent, and in case our opponent destroys Garonix Eternity while having these two materials with it, we can special summon back our Sacred Fire King Garonix and Fire King High Avatar Kirin back from our graveyard.